Hey guys, what is up? I hope you are doing good today. I am doing fantastic, and I've got another video coming your way right now. And this is going to be a fun one. This is my favorite type of videos that I do, and this is a comparison. And we're going to take three cars from three different manufacturers, and we're going to see who did the best job. So kick back and let's get started. Okay, so let's move these guys apart and let's zoom in if I can. There we go. Okay, so what we have here is the Tomica R8 Type 4S. Pretty cool car, and with Tomica I always expect really nice castings, really sharp lines, extra features. These are not cheap cars. This cost $5 at Walmart. Versus the other two cars we're going to look at are dollar cars. And typically with Tomica, what you get is more parts for your money. You also get maybe a more accurate casting and more details. This particular car has details on the top. You have rear detail, front detail, and you also have a little side detail. The black details that you see here are painted. I'm pretty sure that they're paint, not tampo. It does have some tampo. The silver you see in the black on the tail lights, that's all tampo. The casting itself is really well done. And you have a higher part count as well. Now, often with the Tomica cars, you're going to get opening parts. Unfortunately, this car does not have that, but you do get some inserts on the front here to sort of make up for that. So those black pieces in the front are plastic inserts. And I think the total part count for this car is 14. Let me see, you have four wheels, 2 axles, that are 6. You have a base, you have a spring for the suspension, that's 8. You have 9 is the interior, 10 is the window, 11 is the body, and then 3 inserts. So 14 pieces with this car. Typically with a Matchbox car you have 10, so you have 4 extra pieces. This particular car, here's another Tomica car that I did a while back. I think this is a 16-piece car. It has opening doors, so you have you've got the opening doors. There's a spring in there that keeps the doors, gives them tension so they open and close and don't fall out. And then you have inserts for the headlights. So this one doesn't have quite the same part count as a lot of the Tomica cars, but it's still higher than your typical mainline, Mattel car. So that's the Tomica Audi R8 Type 4S. So let's move to the Hot Wheels car. Okay, so again, we have a Audi R8 Type 4S. This is a 2019, and it is the most recent car, the most recent real car that these manufacturers are trying to reproduce. This is the Spider version, and you can tell, again, we have really sharp casting. The lines are crisp. You can see here with this detail here where the vents are, how deep that cuts in. I really like that. This is a 10-piece car versus a 14-piece car, and you've got tampo front, you've got tampo rear. Also unusual for a mainline car. This has tampo on the top. You have see where the Audi logo is right here. You also have a little bit of tampo here with the gas cap, and then this black line here is also tampo. That's behind this interior detail. So yeah, it's a nice looking car. Anyway, that is the Hot Wheels R8 Type 4S. Lastly, we have the Matchbox entry into this sweepstakes of goodness. This is the Audi R8 Type 42. This is the original Audi R8. I think they came out in 2006, 2007, something like that. And obviously this is a hardtop. Very similar, even though this is a 4S. they're very similar cars. The R8 hasn't changed a lot. And this comes in a metal flake sort of charcoal color. It's really striking. This white in the Matchbox, it's a little bland if you ask me, but I don't like white cars. I know a lot of you guys do. I really like this color on this Matchbox casting. Again, it's a 10-piece car. Nothing special there, although Matchbox I think wins the wheel category in this contest. The 5 spokes on the Hot Wheels is pretty good, but the wheels on the Tomica cars, it's really one of their weaknesses. Also, there's something I wanted to point out with the Matchbox car. Let me get a pointer here. So, nothing against the casting of the Hot Wheels car, but Matchbox I just feel have done a little bit better job with their casting. One thing you can notice here is there is some texture with these vents. Now the Hot Wheels guys are pretty clever, right? This color break here is because they cut a hole in the casting, and that black is part of the base. Similarly on the side, since they didn't have side deco, they're getting a little bit of color break by bringing the base up with these side skirts. On the other hand, what Matchbox has done is they've gone to the effort of casting in these details into the metal. So this texture here is actually a texture that's in the casting. You got both sides and even the grill. If you rub your finger along that grill, you can feel the texture of the grill. On the Matchbox car, any texture you see in the grill is just tampo. So that's just perfectly smooth. That casting detail continues on the back with these grills here. You've got a nice indent for the license plate. Yeah, it's really well done. You don't have any more tampo on the top like the Hot Wheels car has, but I think overall, I just like this casting a lot. And I really like that attention to detail on the vents in the grill. Now the Tomica car, it's interesting. Now I mentioned it has inserts. So this black area here, the grill, and then the other vent on the other side, those are all plastic inserts that are glued into the car. And they give you a level of detail that neither the Matchbox or Hot Wheels cars are able to achieve. So I really like that, and it looks great. You know, another thing, and this is kind of disappointing again with Tomica, no mirrors. Now I've noticed that a lot with Tomica. This GTR doesn't have mirrors either, and I guess, I don't know, maybe that doesn't bother you. I do like these cars to be as accurate as possible. For the premium that you pay for these cars, I really wish they had the mirrors. So anyway, let's go ahead. I've already got these prepped. Hey, let's pull these apart and let's take a look at the interior pieces, because there's some interesting discoveries to be found there as well. There's a pretty big disparity in the level of detail between these three interiors. Now, it's not that the Hot Wheels interior is bad, but it just doesn't match up to these other two interiors. I just needed to cut in here for a minute. My mic started screwing up at this point, so I'm just going to have to voice this over. So what I'm trying to get at here is the Tomica and the Matchbox interiors are just done with a greater degree of detail than the Hot Wheels interior. The casting is sharper. There's the more intricate engine area. The Hot Wheels car doesn't have an engine area, which isn't their fault. You can see with the Tomica car, the engine is highly detailed at an area where the back glass is. That really shows through, and it adds a lot of depth to the car. Now, similarly, the Matchbox casting, it has a nice engine, but it's not quite as detailed as the Tomica one, but it does have more detail in the interior. The seats are shaped so nicely on the Matchbox casting, and the dash itself has got a ton of little extra lines and the instrument cluster, it looks great. The center console, it's got other controls that you can see in there, and I believe they even made the glass clear just so that dash detail would show through. And like the Tomica car, it just adds a lot of depth to the casting. Now, I'm not saying the Hot Wheels interior is no good, but if you look at it, the details aren't as crisp. The steering wheel is out of proportion, and it's really just a blob sitting on the floorboard. It's just not great. And what makes it kind of especially troubling is the fact that the car is a convertible. So unlike a lot of castings where you could get away with a less than stellar interior, this car, it's really noticeable. So it's not a deal breaker by any means. It's just, it could be better. And so I don't know, I just wanted to bring that up. Another thing, I've been going through my video here. I'm not so sure that grille on the Tomica car is an insert now. Now, I would be surprised if they could accomplish that just through die cast, but maybe they did. It looks really good, and the color on it looks like paint. It doesn't look like plastic, whereas the side grills are definitely plastic inserts. So I don't know, that's just something I wanted to mention while I'm breaking in. That is it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and send you guys back to past me, and I'm going to get back to editing. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I don't really want to say one of these cars is better than the other. I think they're all great in their own way. It's hard to compare a $5 car to, you know, dollar cars as well. This just has the advantage of more budget when they're making it. Although I do think that both these cars stack up pretty well to the Tomica. They're just done nicely, and I think maybe the R8 itself is a car that lends itself really well to this scale of reproduction. With that said, my favorite of these three is definitely the Matchbox car. I think you just get the best bang for the buck with this car. You just get more. Great interior, lots of nice detail, and it's cheap. Okay guys, I think that is going to do it for me today. Well, I hope you liked this video. It's a little longer than I expected it to be, but I wanted to go into some extra detail into this casting and to kind of show you how different companies approach the same subject matter. It's kind of cool, I think. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time. Okay, y'all take care.